Thanks for stopping by. I'm Angel. I'm in the Head Hutt Mega-Sculpture, a one-of-a-kind mega-sculpture, which I built myself. And I'm here to keep a regular agreement with myself to do a little quick body check, let go of some stress. And as I like to do, I'm inviting you to join me to whatever degree feels good in your body. If it does, I'm doing a seated session today because it's a little chilly in here and I got a nice warm heater over here in case you see fire coming from that direction. That's what that is. It's like coldness, ice over here and fire over here. I'm gonna start with just a little jiggle wiggle, a little shaking out the shoulders. If you've been following me for any length of time, or if you do, you will soon find out. I like to keep it silly, lighthearted, playful, and usually quick. Fun and fast. Those are all favorite things of mine. I'm going to take off the jacket and risk a little more iciness from this side, a little more fireness from this side. Let's start with raising the arms up overhead, pushing down in the sits bones, pulling up in the pelvic floor, just nice and long and strong through the abdomen, and then a gentle curve over to the right, really pressing that opposite left hip down. Let's do just a little gentle twist, looking up, and then back to the side again, and then coming back to upright. Shake that out a little, and then leaning over to the left, bringing arms width, but really pressing down in that opposite right hip. Just jumping right into a little seated stretching and gazing up, adding a little twist to that, and then back to the side, coming back to centered. Shake that out some more. Let's do some arm circles while I'm thinking of all you folks at your desks, perhaps, or perhaps in the car driving. I hope you're not watching YouTube videos while you're driving, but maybe in between driving. Whatever you're doing, there's a good chance that a lot of it has to do with moving your hands in very small micro movements in front of your body, because that seems to be the general trend among us humans. Not for everybody, for many of us. So things like rotating the hands and articulating the fingers on the wrists, while seemingly small, are actually great ways to show ourselves a little love at least once a day, sometimes several times a day. I'm going to shake that out. I like to shake it out to the left and shake it out to the right. Let's do some shoulder shrugs. Speaking of shaking it off, and just gathering up the stress, breathing in. And then just releasing, letting that go, shaking it off a little bit. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathing in, tensing up. I like to imagine I'm sticking gold dust onto all my bones and muscles and anywhere there's tension, and then just releasing all that tension. One of my favorite visualizations for releasing is a sticky pine cone. So breathing in, tensing up, I can imagine I'm sticking gold dust onto a pine cone, and then just blowing that gold dust off and dropping that pine cone into a stream and watching it float on down the stream. There'll be more stresses along the way. You don't need to think about them. You don't need to hang on to the stresses you have. You don't have to let them drift down the stream either. You can just set them down right next to you for a couple of breaths. Like maybe agree 3 breaths. 3 breaths. I'm gonna set my stresses down and just allow abundance, allow well-being, allow wellness to permeate my being. And then I can always choose to pick those stresses back up and go on with my day. Let's do one more of those. Tensing up, breathing in, just embracing all of our stresses, and then Just letting those go. Let's do a little gentle neck stretching. Aiming ear for shoulder, dropping this opposite shoulder, and then gently over to the right, dropping this left shoulder. Let's go over to the left again, dropping this right shoulder, and then alternating chin and ear toward that left shoulder. Still rooting both sits bones into the earth. And let's arc the chin up overhead, over to the right shoulder, dropping this left shoulder, and then alternating chin and ear for shoulder. Remembering to breathe and smile, whatever else you're doing. Let's come chin to shoulder and then roll across the front. Let's do a couple of those, just gentle, slow rolls. Side to side, keeping the chin low. Just feeling that nice stretch across the back of the neck. Of course, listening to your own body and being respectful. Let's come across the top with the chin. Again, just listening to the body. Mine has a lot of crunches, and you probably see my shoulders want to do that while I'm rotating my neck. So it's good to just practice letting go, dropping, relaxing, releasing through the shoulders. Still rooting into the earth with the sits bones. Coming back to center, let's shake that off again. Just top that off with a nice sigh. I wish you a fantastic day, whatever day you're into. I hope you're making it perfect for you and remembering to take time to let go of stress, breathe and smile, and give yourself a little playful love today. On that note, I'm going to come into a squat, one of the most underappreciated maybe in our culture at least. Squatting is, I don't know if it's frowned upon, it's just looked away from, but hey, it can be fun and it feels good and it's great for the body. So don't be afraid to squat. I'm going to end on that note. Yes, I did. Peace.